Hello friends! Today I'm going to show y'all a little do-it-yourself Christmas gift that I'm making for a family member, and it's something that I've had pinned for a couple years, so I'm trying it out this year. These are some homemade dip mixes, and you put them in ornaments to make them look cute. This is for a family member who goes to lots of parties. They don't have kids, so they do lots of stuff with friends, and every time we have get-togethers, she always makes dips. So when I saw this, I thought of her immediately. Most of the ingredients, really all you need is seasonings, and most of them I had on hand, so it's pretty cheap. Now it did take me a while to find the right size ornaments for them. The first ones I bought were these from Hobby Lobby, and let's see, they're 2.6 inches. This is how big they are, and when you make the dip mix, it barely fills it up. So that didn't work out. Even if you double the recipe, it's still not enough. The next one I bought, I went to Joann's and I bought these, which as you can tell is still too big. And I thought I was just gonna have to stick with these anyway, but I ended up finally buying these little bitty ones from Walmart. I think all the places carry these, but when I first saw them, I didn't think they'd be big enough, but turns out this is what I needed. So you give just the seasonings in this as a gift, and then you leave them directions on how to make the dip. Okay, so the recipe, the link that I'm going to put below, it has 5 different dip mix recipes on there, but I'm just making 3 of them. I thought that was plenty, and 2 of the recipes just didn't sound good to me. So here's one of them is the Fiesta dip mix. The ingredients you're going to need are 1.5 teaspoon of dried parsley, 1.5 teaspoon of minced onion, 3/4 teaspoon of dried chives, 1.5 teaspoon of chili powder, 3/4 teaspoon of cumin, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So I'm just mixing everything into these little bowls, and then I'll have this little bowl, and I have a little funnel that I'll attempt to use and pour them in the ornaments. So the second one that I'm making is a dill dip. So what we need for this one is a teaspoon of dill weed, 1/4 teaspoon of seasoned salt, 1 teaspoon of the minced onion, a teaspoon of parsley flakes, and that's all for that one. So the third one is called a ranch herb dip and dressing mix. The ingredients for this one is 2 teaspoons of parsley, so parsley isn't in all of them, 1.5 teaspoon of dried thyme, 1 teaspoon of dried onion flakes, so there's also onion in all of them, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1/8 teaspoon of salt, and 1/8 teaspoon of pepper. I already got them all mixed up. I'm going to put them in the ornaments, and like this one, the additional ingredients you need for that one is sour cream, mayo, and lemon juice. You just mix the seasoning with the additional ingredients and let it refrigerate for a few hours, and they got a good dip mix. So as you can see, the funnel wasn't working very well. It's just too small of an opening. So I tried making a funnel out of a paper and it was hard, still wouldn't go through. So now I'm just somewhat using a paper funnel, but slowly pouring it in there. It's the parsley flakes that are too big to get through the hole with the funnel. So this is how I'm doing it.
Just let it go.
Just do it over a bowl. Okay, I finally got all the spices into the little ball. These are glass. You want to be really careful handling them. When I was washing them out before using them, I actually broke a couple. I washed them and then put them in our, whatever you call this thing, to dry. And like I guess these things poked holes in them. So You want to be really careful. I know this probably isn't safe, but I'll make sure to let the people know handling them to be very safe. So when you get ready to put the top back on, see there's a little hole in there. So you have to cover this with foil, and then you'll poke holes through the foil with this, and we'll see if it works out. Okay, so there it is with the top on. You want to dump it over to make sure that nothing's spilling out. So I'll fill the other 2 balls and then show you how I'm going to package it to give it as a gift. Okay, here's the final product. I think it came out super cute. I'm excited that I'm not a very creative person, but I think I did a pretty good job. And let's see, this little tin I grabbed at Walmart, it was $1.88. It says let it snow. And right here I just cut out a piece of paper and I wrote down the directions for each dip, and I put 1, 2, and 3, and I also wrote on the bottom of these with a permanent marker the numbers 1, 2, and 3. And I had a bunch of Christmas stickers, so I just decorated it with that. And I've got tape on the bottom of the balls to hold them in place. This is just some tissue paper in there. And the little stickers on the balls I got at Michael's. And then the confetti in there I got at Michael's. Everything there is 60% off, so I got some cute stuff there for only $6. The biggest problem I think is keeping the top completely closed. I've tried the foil a couple times, and like this one, the seasoning still comes out a little bit, and you can definitely smell it when you open up the dill. When you open up the lid, I don't know if that's a big deal. I'm gonna post the link that I got this from below, this idea, and in the comments, that did seem to be the biggest problem, was the foil just doesn't work very well. You can try tape, I don't know, but I'll just have to let the person know about how it is a little bit open at the top, but I don't think it's a big deal. I just looked at my receipts, and I spent about $10 just to buy all the materials to make all this, but you can make obviously probably up to like 5 of these with that $10 worth of materials. Maybe a little bit more if you have to buy more of these spices, but still maybe $15 at the most to get multiple homemade cute gifts. I'm looking forward to giving it to her, and I hope she likes it, and I will probably make more. I showed my mom earlier and she thought it was just the cutest thing ever. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Let me know what kind of cheap do-it-yourself gifts like this that y'all do for family or friends. And yep, thank y'all for watching.